Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, there's some people asking me some good questions about the WISE group that we do the investing into the Iraqi stock. So I'm going to cover some of the information for you so you guys will have a better understanding of who they are. Plus, I want to come back and respond to some of the questions that you had underneath the video. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. Alrighty, let's get rocking and rolling, shall we? Joseph, I hold 1.5 million, and I don't expect a big jump. I hope they leave the zeros and go up a few pennies. Well, a little bit more than a few pennies would be nice, but yeah, I'm hoping to leave the zeros there too. See, that's funny. When I'm talking about the Iraqi dinar, people act like I want the zeros to be taken off. No, I want the zeros to stay on so I can benefit from it financially just like everybody else. I'm just making sure you are aware that this is a possibility. The Q idiot, what is going on out there, Q? Which is about busted a rib laughing at this point. The pig noises, yeah, that's fitting for her, don't you think? We need to find a way to get in touch with one another. But we'll figure something out. I'm on Facebook. I don't know if you are. Want to reach out to me? Q idiot, let's go ahead and talk. The change. Oh my God, she's so gross. How did she conceive kids? Because I'm shocked that a man actually slept with her. Like I said, I'd be afraid those eyelashes would strangle me. Be pimpy rich, that's right. What's going on, 757? 322 equals skull and bones. Does anybody else realize that? Well, I'm aware of it, but I'm not sure what that has to do with what's going on with the Iraqi dinar. Ninja is a teacher. You can choose to learn or ignore. Yeah, that's pretty much with anybody out here talking about anything. Seriously. You know, people give their opinions or they're trying to teach you something. You could choose to listen to it or ignore it. I agree. The cool thing is there are people out there that have some really good opinions and really good suggestions that's worth listening to. Like I said, I've met Economic Ninja one time in Vegas. Seems like a really nice guy. A little bit standoffish, but seems like a nice guy. He gave a presentation there that was pretty impressive. So, yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about him. Thanks for the XRP tip in 2019. Oh, yeah. Back then I was talking about XLM and XRP as well as, let's see here, Ethereum and Bitcoin were the big ones. And, yeah, geez, Manish. I had 60,000 of XLM and like 90,000 of XRP at the time. To make things worse, I had like 41 or 42 Ethereums back then. I am a pensioner, and I have a small amount of Iraqi dinar, dong, and rupiah. I also own some land. Actually, I'm not that desperate about those currencies to revalue, but if it does, it will be a bonus. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Julius. Look, one way or another, you know what I mean? One way or the other. But don't get me wrong, it'd be nice for them to keep the zeros on. I'd love for all of us to get together in Vegas and have one big celebration without getting carried away. What I mean by that is don't gamble all your money away. Owning land is so smart right now. There's groups of people I've been talking to, and they're just running around buying undeveloped land all over the place. When I was asking them why, they said, well, keep the land doesn't depreciate. A house on there can depreciate, but land is what you want. So I'm researching more about that. But glad to hear you're doing good, and there's no desperation there. Hi, Lee, hope you're doing well. Yeah, you know, I can't complain. You know what I mean? It's getting ready to be summertime, which is the worst time of the year for me. I do not like the heat. I am like Frosty the Snowman. And me and the sun don't get along that well. They not removing 3 zeros. They have to have rate controls. They can't delete 3 zeros, IQD. Well, you can delete the 3 zeros and still have rate controls. So I'm not sure what makes you think that deleting the 3 zeros will somehow not allow them to control the IQD. I think is what you're saying. But so when you guys leave a message, before you post it, you should probably read it. Read it again to make sure that it makes sense. Because sometimes you guys will say something and leave out the details, or it's just kind of all over the map and it's kind of hard to figure out what you're saying. So before you post it, reread it again and see if it makes sense to you in case you have to make some changes, then post it. Ellen says, another guy says, you're wrong. I believe him. Nope. Pimpy's never wrong, man. So who is it? Yeah, exactly. Another guy says I'm wrong. I can just randomly throw shit out too. Yeah, well, I know 300 professors that say I'm right. Pimpy, I think most people don't know about the petrodollar and the $35 billion that Trump refers to were U.S. dollars as paid for Iraq's oil sales. Yes, that's exactly what it's about. Good one. That was not exactly clear unless people understood how it all works. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. All good stuff. I appreciate that, Blue. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If you have an understanding of what's really going on, then you would listen to Trump and you would get it. But for people who don't know how the currency is working, what's going on in Iraq, you hear what Trump's saying. It's real easy to be misled by a lot of these content creators who go, yeah, that means they're invested in the Iraqi dinar. No, that's not what he was talking about. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why all these ignorant souls think they will make millions from Iraqi dinar. Just buy crypto. Well, I'm not a huge fan of crypto, but don't get me wrong. Look, if you can invest in it and take out your profits, don't get stuck with just leaving your money in there. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's being used something more nefarious. You know what I mean? But it's doing really good. I mean, really, really good. So you can't go wrong there. But I'm a gold and silver kind of person. So thanks, Dustin. But, you know, we all want to make millions off the Iraqi dinar. And I'm just giving people another scenario. That's all it is. But it's not like I don't want what you guys don't want. We all want the zeros to stay on there. I at least need to make sure that you're aware that there's a possibility that they'll delete the zeros before they change the exchange rate. Zim zombies think you have to jump through their flaming imaginary hoops. That's a lot of people in this currency world, man. Pimpy, can you please let me know what stocks to invest in the Iraqi stock exchange? Thank you. Well, Jason, let me tell you a couple of things. One, I can't give you financial advice. I give you guys suggestions. I'll talk about certain investments, and what you do to it is up to you. I can't tell you one way or another. But maybe I can help you out just a little bit. When you sign up to be with Wise Group, they keep an ongoing total, and then they show you. There's tons of transparency. That's what I like about these people. So they're showing you what we're invested in at the time. You can see all the shares that we actually have, which are these companies right here. This should give you some kind of idea of what we're being told. Well, I mean, it wasn't hard to figure out. There's only like a few companies. I went through and analyzed the crap out of the whole Iraqi stock exchange. One of the best investments I saw were dealing with the banks. And as you can see, they're into the banks big time. As a matter of fact, a good majority of their investments are into the bank sector. All right. Soft drinks is another good one. Telecom as they continue to grow. So if you want to use this as some kind of reference point, feel free to do that. I hope that helps. But for people who are invested into the Wise Group, here's what happens. We buy blocks. We don't choose the stocks. There's a group of people whose job it is to monitor the stock exchange, and they'll make recommendations or they'll do all the investing for us. So it's like going into Warren Buffett's group is just invest into the company and then let them do all the investing for you. But just to show you, Wise Investment Holding Group, look at, they have an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. There's no complaints, no nothing. So people are asking me about that. They've been around since, March of 2019. Yep, that's about when it happened. When we first got together, they asked us if we wanted to come aboard. And it was going to be closed to the public, but only a handful of us first invested into it. Now it's open to the public, so this is a good time to take advantage of that. Thank you, Pimpy. I greatly appreciate your updates. Do you have a recommendation for me to evaluate for investing into Iraq's rebuilding? Also, I have 1 million dinars to invest into Iraq to buy stocks or similar. Can you please give me the starting point, Franklin Templeton? No, not Franklin Templeton. It's the Wise Group I just showed you. I'll leave the banner down below so you guys can see how to get a hold of them. Just reach out to them. Just give them a call. Tell them Pimpy sent you, and they'll walk you right through the process. So it's not complicated because, if you're not sure what you're looking at or what you're doing, they're going to walk you through all the way through it to make sure you get signed up, okay? Also, Pimpy, do you know how a homeless vet in the United States like me can exchange my dinar for a new currency without the 3 zeros? Thank you. Till they actually delete the zeros, there's no exchange and you need to do. Just hold on to your currency. If you have Iraqi dinar, when they make the announcement and they start to do the deletion of the zeros, if they do it, we'll announce it, I'm sure, on every dinar channel. And then if we're going to announce it, we'll let you know what you need to do from there. So you're not just hanging out there in the wind. You get me? So if I find out that Iraq is going ahead and moving forward and deleting the zeros, they'll give you a date and a time and tell you what you need to do. And we'll go ahead and pass that information on, okay? Anyways, that's it for now. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll get at you later. I'm out.